Alright, this arena shows off the power of Parrot Stegosaurus. So Stegosaurus was changed recently. It went from a end of turn ability to a start of battle ability, which means you can now put a tiger or a parrot behind it. And since parrot's a tier 4, you can usually get it to like level up more easily, maybe get level 2, get an early Stegosaurus, and you're gonna get a whole bunch of extra stats from Parrot Stegosaurus. They've also changed it so it now gives its stats to a random pet that does not have food, so it's not really random because you can put food on all the pets that you don't want to get the buffs, and then the one that you do just has no equipment. But that does make it like slightly worse because then you can't put like melon or pepper or whatever you want on it. So it's a pretty fair nerf, or at least a fair change. It honestly could be a buff considering how good Parrot Stegosaurus actually is. That is just a much easier way to get so many stats, and it also scales with the turn time or turn number, so that's like it, I don't know, some form of scaling, I guess. It's just overall still a really good tier 6. Probably going to be taking it pretty frequently. Looks like for the run, got early Capybara, which is actually just a huge advantage. Getting a +2/+1 stat buff on all these units is going to pull you far ahead of the regular power curve, I guess you can say. That being said, definitely just going to draw that one, but didn't really actually buy anything. And then Swan's going to be nice. Got the Moth for next turn. I think Cappy's, even though it's a good unit, it's not like super broken because when you get level ups and stuff, it doesn't actually buff that. So I think that evens it out a little bit. Pilled the Ant there, got the Swan to 5/5, not bad. And yeah, so I'm not sure what like the how long it's going to be before Pack 4. Any day now. I'm hoping that they'll have some announcement for maybe the release date or something. I'm assuming it's going to come out on the test server first for like probably 2 or 3 weeks before it's actually released to the main game. I think that's kind of what they did with Pack 3 as well. So if they're planning to release it in November, then I would imagine that they would have to release it on the test server pretty soon. Um, got early parrots, and so hopefully, yeah, I don't know. Just to mix things up, it's always nice. We do have like the 5v5 tournament going on. I bring this up pretty much every video, but it is pretty much the only thing that's is interesting to me right now. I feel like that's kind of a mean statement towards the game because the game is fun. It's just I've played like over 1,000 hours of it at this point. There's only so much you can do. Tried like every possible thing, and you just run out of things to do eventually. So what have I been doing in the meantime? Um, well, nothing interesting, that's for sure. So I don't know why I brought it up. Probably could have taken woodpecker there, like woodpecker pineapple, maybe good tempo. I'm not really sure what I'm rolling for. I guess just a swan and a blobfish, which is exactly what I got there for the level ups for the clownfish. I guess that makes sense. And then for some gold efficiency, sell the cappy, got another blobfish, which is actually going to buff the other blobfish in battle, which is pretty nice. So I mean, okay, I haven't actually been doing like nothing. I guess been watching like some movies and stuff. Still played some BTD6. I think our team for contested territories is getting better and better. We're like kicking some inactive people and actually getting more active people in the team, which makes it more fun, I think, because then you actually get to capture most of the tiles in the game. Some of you probably have no idea what I'm going to be talking about, but that's okay. Who needs to know what I'm talking about? I've got an option to go parrot deer or parrot skunk here. So parrot's obviously just very flexible because you can put whatever you want in it and it automatically is like a level 2. I guess it's kind of similar to having a pug, but you also get to use its ability an extra time. Like pug, you just get the level 1 2 ability. This one you get like the level 2 ability and the level 1 ability. So I guess it's better that way. I run into a fellow deer parrot deer player, but luckily I had level 2. That's going to make all the difference. Seal and buffalo, not very good synergy here, because I'm going to be wanting to buy sell 3 things, which is going to take at least 6 gold. Not really going to have much time to buy any other foods. Um, so yeah, probably wasn't necessary to actually take the seal. Normally when I just get early seal, I just insta buy it because it's just such a good scaler. But in this case, probably could have skipped it. Just kept rolling, trying to get something for an early tier 6. Did not really get anything, but that's okay. Don't have anything to parrot this turn, so just front parrots, front melon armor. Makes sense. Yeah, and then next turn, I guess, well, I could just chocolate the seal since that's usually such a good use of chocolate since you get like the stats and you're getting your way towards a level up. But then I get another buffalo, so I just decide, okay, well, I'll just take the buffalo level up and see what tier 6 I get. It is a reindeer. Interesting. Okay. I also have a lynx in the shop, so parrot lynx is pretty good. Get those 3 snipers off. Or I could take parrot reindeer and now I get 2 melons. Although it already has melon, but it gets an additional melon anyway, so I guess it's better than nothing. Kind of a weird team though. 1919 Buffalo, not too bad. Buffalo is one of those units where when you get an early scaler, you have a huge advantage, and Buffalo is that unit. So I don't know what they could do to balance it, honestly. But here you can see the melon kind of coming in clutch. I think we might have won anyway, but nice to see. I don't think I've ever done parrot reindeer. So despite the fact that I've played this game for like 1,000 hours, still somewhat new things are happening. And then husky reindeer is also great. Same with stego reindeer. I mean, there are units that like and reindeer, or I just said reindeer. Okay, Doberman. The units that gain like coconuts or melon in battle are great with husky or stego, because they give the stats to the thing without food, and then it gets a food item. So that's kind of the idea. And then next turn, just gonna be rolling for that stego. I'm sure I'm gonna find it. It's not like I would completely clickbait people by just having a run that's completely unrelated. Definitely didn't accidentally do that once where I mistitled the video. No one remembers that, right? Steak could be kind of helpful, like steak on swan, but it would mean that I don't get the husky buff, but the husky is probably gonna go anyway. There's level 3 parrots and another reindeer. What? Okay, that's interesting. I could buy sell this cow, just run a 4 squad. Want to do that for the extra stats on the buffalo anyway. And there's the reindeer. So as soon as I find this stego, this reindeer is going to get so many stats. Like level 3 parrot pretty much instantly makes a 50-50. It would be plus 33 this turn. But you got to include the base stats as well. So it's close enough. And the level 3 reindeer coming in clutch. Parrot reindeer, maybe it's the new meta. There's a Doberman, so that would also work out pretty well. Unfortunately, I have Buffalo, so that's a tier 4. Don't really want to sell 30-30. Okay, just going to take the level up on reindeer. Another chance for Stegosaurus. I actually don't know what's better odds. Like, you get a 1 out of 10 chance to find a Stegosaurus when you combine, of course. But if you're just rolling, your chance of seeing one in the shop every single roll, I don't remember the exact statistics, but I know if you spend like 10 gold rolling, your odds are like 60-ish%, maybe slightly higher, so it's not even that high. Tiger Snake kind of killed my reindeer, which is a bit of a problem. And the level 3 reindeer clutches a draw once again. Oh, this is so strange. Okay, another good use of Parrot Stego would to be buff a leopard, because the parrot has higher attack than the leopard, so it will get to go off first. And assuming everything else does have equipment, it will guarantee buff the leopard. There's also an interesting run that I did on stream where I actually got Dodo. So I went Parrot, Stego, Dodo, Leopard, and then you give equipment to the Dodo, so it guarantee buffs the leopard. No, you give equipment to the leopard, so guarantee buffs the Dodo, which will in turn also buff the leopard, and then the leopard will shoot. So some kind of interesting teams. The problem is the Stegosaurus only has 3 attacks, so the start of battle ability is not going to go first most of the time. But luckily the Parrot will, because it got so many stats early on. Another advantage of having Parrot Stego. So level 3 Vulture, kind of a problem. Luckily this Reindeer actually manages to get another draw. A lot of draws here. This Tiger, I'm not sure, I guess just Tiger Leopard. Now I do have to give it a food though. One of these days I'll find this Stego. Maybe this time? Oh, there we go. Okay, finally, after getting a whole bunch of tier ups, I can finally go with Parrot Stego. The problem here is that I don't actually have equipment on the Tiger yet, or the Stego. So I gotta find 2 equipment here. Just decided to go with Steak on the Tiger, and now it's a 50-50. But hopefully the level 3 Parrots, I guess, oh well, actually it's not a 50-50. Well, it is a 50-50 for the Parrot, but the Stegosaurus is guaranteed to not buff the leopard before it shoots. So, the fast forward is too fast, man. I can't tell. I think the parrot went to the Stego buff, so it didn't actually work in that case, which is a little sad. But there's the pepper, so now it guarantee buffs the leopard. So we're getting plus 45 here. That's going to make it 50. And then get 3 shots off, which is pretty beautiful. And perhaps 4 next turn. That's a whole lot of damage. That would be 100 damage total. So we'll get to see it in action this time. Finally, after all this time, there we go. Triple kill. And I'm actually going against Meatman. Recognize that username. Has stopped by in the Twitch chats. And there we go. Level 2 Tiger. Also level 2 Stego, which actually doesn't do anything. I don't know why I bought that. Okay, it gives +2/+2 to the Buffalo, actually. It does do something. But yeah, I mean, they're both going to buff the Leopard, so a bit of a wasted stats here. But don't want to risk... I guess there's no way to remove food anyway, so I'm kind of just locked in. So yeah, the 50/50 stat cap, well overdone there. And there we go. There's 10 wins, showing off the power of Parrot Stego. Not even like the best use of it there. Kind of wasted some stats, but still, a lot of potential. Very good strats. Almost like a buff to Stegosaurus. And thanks for watching. See ya.